the Philadelphia 76ers are legit. And what I mean by that is that, yeah, ever since they got Paul George, they made a whole bunch of moves, and their team's gone so much better just in like the last like week. It's like, yeah, they got Paul George. Obviously, that's the thing that people are talking about. But I don't see enough people talking about all the other moves that they made, and that's what I want to highlight. Because yeah, every year we hear the same thing. Like when people say the Philadelphia 76ers are real contenders, are going to win the chip this year. This is the year. Obviously, that is said every year, and then people respond with that by saying, "Well, you guys say that every year," and then it just turns out to be, yeah, it just doesn't happen. Just because then they just play bad at certain points, or um, Embiid gets hurt or something like that, which is fair. Joel, there is still a chance that you get, a decent chance that he gets hurt again, and then just derails everything. Same, obviously, for Paul George as well. But besides from injuries, like actual like roster wise, like their roster, like this year, like this upcoming season is actually like it's insane. I'm not gonna lie. I guess the best point to start, like I'm not gonna even go over Paul George because that's just like okay, everyone already knows about that. I made a video about that. If you want to watch that, I'll link it. But yeah, I want to talk about the other moves he made. So let's talk about, I guess, let's talk about McCain. So obviously the rookie, he got drafted by the Sixers. Yeah, we know he can shoot really well. That's his like specialty, and obviously, hopefully his game expands over the years. But yeah, having another like good shooter. I don't know if he'll get many minutes like right off the bat, just because like bro, the roster now, the 76ers roster is kind of it's not even kind of it's stacked. They have so many good, especially like guard slash wings. They have really good guard slash wings. Even like we saw other moves they made. I'll talk about later. But yeah, they got Drummond as well. Yeah, they have really good guards and wings. And also they have their superstars Tyrese Maxey, um, Joel Embiid, Paul George. So they're looking good right now. But McCain, I think he'll get some playing time, but not as much. Like not like 25 minutes or 20 minutes. I don't think that much. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think about that. But yeah, we know his shooting. That's what like he's there for the shooting, and I'm hoping it like transitions well into the NBA, which it should. And yeah, Sixers. You could always have more shooting. You could never have enough shooting, so that's good. And another move they made, which was today, was actually signing former Heat Miami Heat player Caleb Martin in NBA free agency, and this came out today. And yeah, another good signing, Caleb Martin. He signed what was it? A 4-year deal worth 32 million. So if you think about the amount of value he provides, like I think his stats are in here in this article I'm reading. Yeah, so he averaged 10 points last season, 10 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. The playmaking you're not expecting that much anyways. You got other people on the Sixers like Tyrese Maxey, and even Paul George can facilitate, pretty decent, and Embiid too. So like yeah, you don't need to worry about the facilitating the playmaking. But what you need him for though is just having another like um, having a good defender, actually a versatile defender because yeah, he's only 6'5", so you think he plays maybe shooting guard, small forward, but no, he actually plays power forward. That's what he played on the Heat majority of his time there. And why so versatile is because okay, we know he can shoot the hell out of the ball and he's very efficient from the field because he's also kind of like he's low key underrated, like just driving to the hoop. I'm not gonna lie, because he I don't know, he just kind of slithers his way in there. I remember I was getting cheesed like not this season, but the season before at him because he's like just kind of slithering his way through. But yeah, anyways, he's a really good shooter, bro. That one season, I think it might have been not this season, the season before. He was making like every single shot, and he was shooting like what 50% from three or something. It was something absolutely ridiculous. His 3 percentage, yeah. So he shot 35% this year, from three. But yeah, it was a 2023 playoffs. He shot 42% from three. Yeah, like I said, 3-and-D guy, really good. And yeah, you might think because he's like short 6'5" that he can't, like he should be guarding people that are around his size, but no, he's one of those guys like PJ Tucker who can literally guard people, who plays power forward, right? And PJ in this case, plays center at times. Yeah, they're playing technically out of position, but they're guarding like these big guys and they're defending them so well, which is why they've been playing that position. And because they're so like quick, right? They're for that position, they're quick. It just gives them like some advantages. So it's very good to see you got another like good defender on the team. Actually, like a very versatile one. This is really good. And then you got like a absolutely like really good shooter because in the playoffs, bro, he turns up in the playoffs in the shooting. Like it's crazy. So you're gonna need someone to make some shots, man. You're in a drought or like a slump. Right here, this is your guy. But I like this. But in order to do this, in order to make this move, um, the Philadelphia 76ers have to actually create some cap space. And what they did in order to create that cap space, they had to waive Paul Reed, which was their guys' center, obviously. He was like the backup last season for Joel when he got hurt, and he was starting games when Joel got hurt. And just honestly, like there's some games where he had huge games, but most of the time I saw this guy like disappoint. He was on my fantasy team, so I know it was just, yeah, it was kind of sad out there. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The amount of fouls this man picks up in the span of like 2 minutes, especially when like he starts a game, is ridiculous. Like I was getting so cheesed. But yeah, he had a $7.7 million non-guaranteed contract, and it got waived. But we already saw this writing on the wall because when you guys picked up Andre Drummond, who's now obviously back on the 76ers again on, what was it, like a 2-year, $10 million deal. So that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, you guys got great value at that. That's another good signing too. And Andre Drummond's just an upgrade for Paul Reed in every aspect. Like having Andre Drummond as your backup center is so good. Like when he was on the Sixers and then his little like his stint with the Bulls as well, like man, he's just putting up huge numbers as like a center. And then you always get those like I don't know, like those little stretches throughout the season where Drummond's putting up ridiculous games when he's like starting or like yeah, when he's like pretty much Embiid's out or like the starters out and then he starts. He just puts up ridiculous numbers though. As like yeah, like 20 and 20 games, like it's insane. As a backup center. Yeah, no, it's insane. It's insane. And so I like this a lot. It gives you also size. Because Paul Reed was playing center, he's like what 6'8", 6'9". Like he was getting like bullied. I'm not gonna lie, he was getting absolutely bullied. So having Drummond there makes your paint defense more like reliable. Just gives it more like credibility, honestly. Just from like the fact that he's like just way bigger is gonna make opponents at least you know think about it a bit harder before they actually go like into the paint. You know what I mean? Just based off of that fact alone. So I like that a lot. But yeah, they had to waive Paul Reed. Like I said, the writing was on the wall when you guys signed Drummond. We already knew. We're like, okay, so we see what they're going here. They're pretty much replacing Paul Reed, and then they're gonna waive him because it's not guaranteed. So those were the first like 3 things I want to talk about, 3 moves. But there's also other things. Um, you guys also signed Kelly Oubre Jr. or re-signed him. Sorry, my bad. Re-signed him, but and then yeah, sorry about the pause. But yeah, you guys also re-signed Kelly Oubre Jr. And I remember this is maybe a few hours before the Paul George trade. I'm not too sure, but yeah, either way, this is a huge pickup or re-signing. You know what I mean? And it was a 2-year deal worth $16.3 million. So yeah, it's all guaranteed. Obviously, average salary $8.1 million. So when you look at this, Kelly Oubre Jr. last season, start season, he was going insane. He was like averaging over 20 points, making like almost every single three, man. He was being an absolute demon. And unfortunately, there was a string of events happened, and after that, he couldn't really bounce back or get back to the place he was before. He was still trying to get back into rhythm, and it was tough for him. Honestly, he did struggle a bit. And now, with the whole offseason to recover again, train, get back in the rhythm, he's gonna be good. And from what we saw, if he can get back to that level, this is gonna be like a steal of a contract. Even if he doesn't, still, Kelly Oubre Jr. is still like he's just good. He's a good player still. So yeah, paying $8 million annually for someone like Kelly Oubre Jr. That's huge. Obviously, we know he's a good wing. He has length and stuff. So on defense, obviously, you guys are good on that. But also his shooting, his like just driving to the hoop. I don't like Kelly Oubre Jr., bro. Wait. Okay, yeah. I mean, I like his game, and I like Kelly Oubre Jr. Kelly Oubre Jr. is a cool guy, man. Cool. But yeah, besides the point, another great signing. You guys got. I can't believe you guys got him for that cheap. Honestly, I thought he was gonna make at least $10 million annually plus at the minimum. But yeah, this is crazy. Great. So you guys were running it back with some people like Kelly Oubre Jr., which is good. And another signing you guys did was Eric Gordon. And I forget what it was, but this was, yeah, I knew the writing was on the wall for him to lead the Suns just because he wasn't getting used properly. And also, he wasn't even doing that good on the Suns. But it was probably a minimum deal, right? Yeah. So you guys signed Eric Gordon to the minimum, vet minimum, which is like what? The minimum deal. So 1 year, $3.3 million. Yep. And yeah, so nothing really much there. If he provides you anything, it's a win, honestly, but his defense might be the problem because when he was in the Suns, his defense was not the best, to be honest. It wasn't that good. And also, he wasn't even making shots. He was kind of he just kept on getting blocked. I remember, like, I don't know, kept on getting blocked. Besides the point, if he can provide you a little bit of spacing at this point of his career, that's all you can really ask for. That's all you can really ask for, and that'd be good. Honestly, good enough. So let's get him there occasionally for some minutes. I don't know, maybe give him 10, 15 minutes, and yeah, call that how it is. But still a good signing regardless. There's nothing you really lose from that signing. But yeah, the Philadelphia 76ers, they have so many like there's so much because they're such a good team. The roster's stacked. They have all these good players now. They're contenders. They've been contenders for a while now, years. Um, just from that fact alone, like the Eric Gordon situation, that's why he was attracted to the team. You're gonna get a whole bunch of ring chasers and people who are just willing to sign the minimum on a good team as like a prove it deal in order to get the bag. And for the 76ers, that's the perfect thing. That's what you want, man. You're trying to win a championship, so this helps you guys in every way. And there's going to be more people that you look out on the market that are like veterans that are asking for the minimum, and you guys are going to get them. So I don't know who else it could be, but there's still a lot of good free agents left, and who knows? Maybe some of the like upper echelon role player ones are willing to take the vet minimum on a prove it deal, and you guys get them, and that's gonna be great value, obviously, and that'd be huge. And then the last thing, this could be like a situation kind of like that. So you guys remember former Sixer Laundry Shaman? Obviously, he's known for his shooting, and then he got traded, he got passed around after he left the Sixers, and yeah, pretty much he got waived. From what I remember, he got waived for like 1 million or something. I don't know, something like that today, by the Hornets. And with it now open up a spot for him to sign with any team that he wishes. And 76 would make sense. Obviously, more shooting, that'd be perfect. Perfect for the team. And on top of that, why not? He's a former Sixer, do it. And we know, like I said, free agents right now, he's going to be looking for probably the vet minimum on a prove it deal. Because right now his stock is low. So you guys get him. Why not? Like, obviously his defense, it is what it is. But you guys are going to get him. Hopefully you guys get him. And like, what is there to lose again with this signing too? Guys could add like maybe his shooting goes insane again with shooting. I don't know. Let me know what I think about that down below. I think it could be. It is what it is. It could be good. I don't know. But yeah, those are moves I want to go over. Maybe I think I might miss some, but those are I think the key ones I might have missed.